Hi there. My name is Jillian, and I'm the Director of People at Unstoppable Domains. I joined about 6 months ago and have been working to build out our people team, which includes everything from talent acquisition to learning and development to rolling out new systems and processes that support our team. I was lucky enough to be referred to Unstoppable at a time when I was looking to make a big career change and ended up falling in love with the team and the company's mission as I went through the interview process. Ultimately, the things that really mattered to me in my next role were being able to be a part of a company that was doing a social good, had this really revolutionary vision, and would allow me to build something from scratch alongside an incredible team. And Unstoppable just knocked it out of the park. Another potential career path that I had in mind before I joined Unstoppable was going into government or public service. But I ultimately decided that the best way to change the game and have the greatest possible impact on the world would be to operate outside of the traditional system. As much as I would love to change the game from within, A, I'm not nearly buttoned up enough to do that, and B, technology and corporations now seem to be driving more impactful socioeconomic changes than many governments can do or are often willing to do. I first became interested in blockchain and crypto back in 2016, but really stayed on the peripheries until I joined Unstoppable. So I'm playing a lot of catch up at the moment. And even though it can feel overwhelming at times, I just love how complex and raw the space is and how there are just endless possibilities for impact and functionality. The topics that interest me most are generally around how blockchain technology can do a social good and really level the playing field. Ultimately, blockchain and crypto are so exciting to me because they have the potential to radically change almost every industry imaginable and create a world where individuals have more autonomy, more ownership, and more security. I'm also really interested in DAOs, which are decentralized autonomous organizations, and how we can start to experiment with new ways of governance where more people have a seat at the table and can make collective values-based decisions. Well, I think blockchain domains are paving the way for users to reclaim the internet as their own and really control their digital identities. This would obviously be a huge shift from the current model where governments and big corporations can monetize our digital identities, censor them, and really overall own them for their own benefit. But this current top-down model really goes out of its way to keep people disenfranchised and perpetuate the status quo. And I think blockchain domains are key to really simplifying and democratizing everything from the way we experience the internet, the way we access financial services and medical records. Since the blockchain and crypto space is so complex, it can feel tough to know where to get started. For me, I got a great baseline understanding of the space by listening to the Unstoppable podcast and getting some great recommendations from the team on some curated resources like A16Z's Crypto Canon, the crowdsourced Ethereum reading list, and Blockchain Girl's Beginner Guide to Blockchain. All of those are fantastic. And then from there, I really started researching specific use cases that felt, particularly interesting or overlapped with my interests, like blockchain and renewable energy or DeFi and its impact on disadvantaged communities. Some of my favorite projects and use cases, other than Unstoppable Domains, are projects like Power Ledger, which is using blockchain technology to create a more sustainable power grid. Essentially, they're trying to shift power away from massive electricity companies that commoditize energy to a world where individuals can organize and trade electricity, similar to what we've seen with the taxi and hotel industries with Airbnb and Uber. Also, since music is one of my greatest passions, I'm really excited about projects that are working to give emerging artists more autonomy and will start to shift power away from big labels and platforms that really dictate what music gets to be heard. The most surprising thing I've learned is really around how many communities and use cases exist. It feels infinite at times, so it's easy to go down rabbit hole after rabbit hole. For people who are new to this space, I would recommend that you seek out a couple of blog posts or podcasts around Web3 to give you a greater sense of the why. I think it's easy for people to get caught up in meme stocks and crypto trading without really digging into the scope of the technology and the true impact that it can have. And at the end of the day, I'm just grateful that people are getting involved, but I would recommend pulling a couple basic resources on Web3 and how cryptocurrency works. There's some great videos and articles out there that really break things down and give a solid overview of the space and the technology and the why. So just Googling what is Web3 or how does cryptocurrency work, you'll find some great resources. Then as you're going through this content, I would recommend jotting down any terminology or concepts that feel confusing and doing some research on those specifically after the fact. Then as you get deeper into the space, I'd recommend checking out some basic crypto communities like our Bitcoin and Reddit, and some podcasts like The Unchained and the Pump podcast, and of course, the Unstoppable podcast. And from there, I would just recommend trying to find a community or use case or project that really aligns with your interests and values and will make you excited to learn more.